Happy New Year, everybody. Now, math challenges, Olympiads, competitions, they love to give you problems involving the year or the digits of the year. So I've decided to come up with one myself, which involves both the year, happy 2025, but also the number of months in a year, 12. So here's the problem. You got 2025 factorial, a huge number. You wouldn't be able to write this. You wouldn't even be able to start. Now, I want to write it as 12 to the power of m, and then times by another integer. M and n are both integers. Now, what is the maximum value that m can take? So we want to say that m is going to be a positive integer. So basically, how many times can you divide 2025 by 12? Have a go at the problem yourself. Definitely leave me a comment if you have a really different way of solving it. Here is my way of solving the problem. What you definitely don't want to do is try to actually pull out all the factors of 12, because the problem with 12 is not a prime number. Let's see what I mean by that. Well, let's say we just write out like the first, 20 numbers or so. So let's say that we start off trying to count the powers of 12. Well, that's going to be quite easy because 12 is divisible by 12 and 24 is, and you think, oh, maybe I can just divide it by 12. But that's not so easy, because don't forget, 3 times 4, that's going to produce another 12, so maybe we should make a note here. Okay, well, that makes another 12. And then maybe we have 2 times 6. Well, that's going to make another 12. Is there anything else that makes a 12? Well, not exactly, but there's 2 3s in this 9, and then there's 3 2s here, and then I could pinch another 2 from 10. Okay, well, that's another 12 and 12. And this is going to become really, really difficult. Okay, you're going to go completely crazy trying to even count all the different ways you can make 12, let alone totaling them up. So we need to have another strategy. And this is the way that I will do it. And it's really, really cool this way, because we're going to do it slowly, and then we're going to do it a lot quicker. So if you want to know if something's divisible by 12, one of the easy ways to do it is to actually just see how many times is it divisible by 2 to the 2. And how many times is it divisible by 3? So we just need to count the number of 2's and then count the number of 3's. So we're going to do it with the 2's first, a little bit slowly, and then speed up for the 3's. So it's pretty easy to work out when something's divisible by 2. So I'm just going to write a factor of 2. You might have thought I've missed something, but I will be coming back later. So each one of these numbers contributes 1, 2. But wait, some of them, like 4, which is 2 times 2, contribute another 2. So I'm just going to write out some extra 2's again. But wait, once again, 8 perhaps, and 16 and 24, these can all be divisible by 2 3 times. So we've got to be careful, and we've got to stack this. So let's see, this is every 2, this is every 4, this is every 8, and this is every 16 and 32. So this is the kind of slightly slow way to do it. Is we want to see how many times does 2 go into 2025. Okay, so we want to divide it by 2, and then we want to take the floor function of it. Well, that's quite straightforward. It's 1012. Now, if you want to know how many times something is divisible by 2, and just the whole number of times, then you divide it by 2, and then you take the floor function, which basically just rounds it down. Now, what we could do is then we want to know, well, what about these times when it just goes in every 4? Well, we could do this by every 4, and then you will find you get 506. You can just run the calculations if you like. You can do the division, you can use a calculator, or if you feel like it, you can do it by hand. But then we're going to notice something actually quite interesting. Sorry, that's 253. If you do the floor function of it divided by 16, you're going to get, what's that, 125? 126. But let's look at this. Well, 112 divided by 2 is 506. And then this one, when it's divided by 2, is 253. But then when this one's divided by 2, it's not quite 126, but it is the floor function of its division. So that's actually what we need to do. We just need to keep doing floored division. That's floored, F-L-O-R-E-D, not A-W. There's nothing wrong with it. We're going to do this floored division, which is going to be really, really good because it's going to speed things up tremendously. So let's do this again. 1012, 506, 253, 126, 63, just missing a power of 2, 63, 31, 15, 7, 7, 3, and 1. That's all of the 2's taken care of. Now if we add all of these together, what do you get? If you add all these together, you get the nice other year, quite recently, 2017. So 2017 powers of 2 you can take out. Now let's just try and run the same thing for powers of 3, but a lot more quickly. So let's just see what is 2025 divided by 3. Well, this is much easier because it's easily divisible by 3. We can just do all of this by hand very quickly. What's this divisible by 3? Well, it's going to be 225. Oh, that's also divisible by 3. And 9, what's this? It's going to be 75. 25. Now we've got to do the flawed division. So we get 8, and then you get 2. Now, if we add all of these together, we get another neat number, 10 to the 10. So then if we put these both together, we're going to get the 2025 factorial. If you take as many 2's and 3's out of it as possible, you're going to get 2 to the 2017 times by 3 to the 10 to the 10. No, sorry, 3 to the 1010. Now we can actually write this as 4 times 1008 times 2. And here we're going to get, we can write this 3 times 1008, and then we're going to have the extra 3's there, and then the 1 extra 2 there. And now we're finally going to get 12 to the 1008. So what is the maximum value? 1008. You can divide 2025 by 12 1008 times. Happy 2025. If you found this helpful or interesting, please hit the like button. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and of course subscribe so you won't miss the next video.